International media reports are suggesting that St. Kitts and Nevis sold a total of 36,742 passports under its Citizenship by Investment program. The reports also suggest that the Federation is among 5 countries in the Caribbean with CBI programs selling a combined total of 88,000 passports. This information comes against the backdrop of the local media and the public not being given statistics on the program from the CBI Unit here, despite several requests for this information. The transparency of the program still remains an issue, despite promises from the government. In fact, when CEO of the CBI Unit, Mr. Michael Martin, was asked recently about CBI statistics on the government TV show In Focus, this was his response.
I'd want to touch on, as you mentioned, in terms of the publication possibly of statistics. Any idea, a timeline when that might be done?
Well, we are working on a lot of things right now. And I am not going to say to you that it's going to happen next week or next month, but I can assure you that on my watch it is going to happen.
A report published by the Caribbean Investigative Journalism Network in 2022, co-written by this reporter, fellow colleague Glenn Bart, and journalist Rachel Agard, also raised concerns about lack of transparency of the program. One section of that story states, the St. Christopher and Nevis Citizenship Act, which governs how the CBI program works, does not contain provisions for the authorities to disclose who the applicants are, their nationality, how much money the program makes, how many applications are made to the program, or even how many passports are granted. This and other pertinent information in relation to the CBI remains a mystery. The law that governs the program does not obligate the authorities to report on its progress, despite promises by the current administration to make the program more transparent and accountable. In response to growing threats to the CBI program globally, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis recently announced changes. The Sustainable Growth Fund, the SGF, has been replaced by the newly introduced Sustainable Island State Contribution, SISC. A single applicant must make a minimum donation of $250,000 in accordance with the SISC, which is twice the minimum amount of investment for the Sustainable Growth Fund of $125,000. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew said recently that these efforts maintain the high ranking of the program through swift and proactive measures to strengthen regulations governing the program, particularly as it relates to due diligence. Some pundits, however, believe the efforts of the government to try and restore the high value of the program may be a little too late. Developmental economist Peter Adrians, in a recent radio interview, expressed this view.
It's supposed to attract a certain kind of clientele, and it sets its price. Mm-hmm. So we call that a good of ostentation. You cannot take a given product and bring them back to a good of ostentation, because the people that you want to attract, they don't come back to this thing.
But another issue is brewing. The European Commission is once again expressing concerns about citizenship by investment programs, or golden passports as they are called, posing a threat to Europe's national security. In a most recent report, the European Commission is once again proposing to the EU to remove the visa waiver for these countries. In fact, the Commission is arguing that operating these citizenship by investment programs should be grounds for the EU to end its visa waiver program with these countries. A report in the UK Guardian says the Commission is proposing to overhaul regulations, saying it is concerned golden passports could be enabling the infiltration of organized crime, money laundering, tax evasion, and corruption. It wants the power to suspend visa exemption for countries that sell citizenship to buyers who do not have a genuine link to the country. In their report, the European Commission expressed worry about Caribbean CBI countries allowing CBI investors to change their names upon naturalization, and listed St. Kitts and Nevis, Grenada, Dominica, and Antigua and Barbuda as the countries that offer this feature. The Commission also questioned the Caribbean's CBI's high acceptance rates. It says, based on the information received from competent authorities, the Commission has concluded that all of the investor schemes under consideration have a large number of successful applicants. Simultaneously, the rejection rate is extraordinarily low, between 3 and 6%, which, together with the short processing durations, as little as 2 months in some cases, raises concerns about the completeness of the security screening. Up to news time, there has not been a response from the government on the European Commission's report or the revelations in the Guardian Media article. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.